What's up, folks? Sorry, I had to blow my nose. I had to reach for a box of Kleenex. Did I really? Or did I reach for facial tissues? Tools come in the same way. Reciprocating saw. Some people call it a Sawzall, but that's what this is. It's a Sawzall, made by Milwaukee Tool Company. Now, do they both do the same thing? Yes, they do. The action that they both do is a reciprocal motion. They move the blade back and forth. But the trademark that we all like to call it, much like Kleenex, is a Sawzall. Very useful tools. Wonderful thing that Milwaukee came out. I think they initially called it the nose saw or something like that. In the olden days, older carpenters had a Sawzall too. It was called hand saw. I can't find mine. I have several all over the house. For my father, ones that I bought. Do I have any in here? No, I don't. But that's what that was. That was if you attach a handle to this, which they sell handles to these, you can make your own Sawzall. So, is it Kleenex or is it a Sawzall? Well, it's one and the same. The trademark is Sawzall, okay? Sawzall, okay? Or reciprocating saw. So when you go into a big box store and say, I want to buy a Sawzall, the salesman's right. He'll hand you a Milwaukee. If you go in there and you say, I would like to buy a reciprocating saw, he'll hand you a myriad of tools. One might be DeWalt. This just happens to be my battery-powered one, of which the battery is too expensive one, and I haven't replaced. Let's see if we can bring these over to the... But a couple neat things about these tools. We'll get to the blades in a minute. One of the downfalls to this tool is what? The batteries. The batteries are so expensive on this that I stopped using it. The other problem is this was an off and on switch. It wasn't a variable speed switch. The other one is this was a quick release, okay, for the blade. So when you open this up, you could very easily stick a blade in it and close it up. That feature didn't work. Well, they made a very nice tool in this, but just like anything Black & Decker makes, they make one part of it that's just crappy. And that was that feature. Now, when I bought this Sawzall, it has a variable speed switch. So more you press this in, the faster the saw goes. Now, why is that good? Well, it's excellent in the fact that when you're starting the cut very slow into whatever, it gets you cut into it, and then once you get into the cut, then you can pull it all the way in. It will last very well. The other thing, this case up front of here is all steel. The gearbox that's in here to move all this stuff, it's all steel. This was plastic. I don't think this broke until I found out the battery cost like twice as much as the tool did itself when I bought it. Twice as much. This is much heavier duty. It also had a variable speed switch. One thing I wish that this tool had, which I didn't know at the time when I bought it, was this also at the time had a quick detach feature on here. So instead of using the Allen key, okay, it's still attached to the cord, okay, you stick this in there like thus, Okay, and then you tighten this down, which then in turn loads the blade in. Okay, now it's too tight. To drop. You get it, right? You get it. Okay. This goes in there. Now, this is a very simple, robust system. You'll notice with every reciprocating saw blade that there's a hole in it. Okay? That hole is to fit. And with that Allen key, the Allen bolt does not go through here, but there's the metal pling, and then there's a dooflicky that goes into that hole, which holds it. You can orient the blade either what they call blade down or blade up. Okay? Why would you do that? Well, the main thing is the handle. Is if you're trying to cut in a very tight situation, this blade might be in the way. So if you literally take this, flip this down, you don't have the cord or the handle in the way for you to cut down with. It's a very useful tool, very handy tool. It's a demolition tool, it's not a finish tool at all. You're not going to sit there and put a floor down with that. But however, if you need to demo pipes, anything, literally. I mean, I have blades that are wood, okay? As you can see, it's very easy with this. I forgot what I was cutting for that, but you can see the amount of heat that was on the blade. What were we cutting with this? Yeah, I remember. I was teaching somebody how to use this tool, and we were cutting joists. I don't remember, but they decided to use it and really wrench down on the tool. And when you did, all this heat, that is a ton of heat. These are hardened blades. These are tool steel blades. For you to get that heat that's in that blade like that, you can even see the carbon buildup on it. Okay, the teeth are done. This blade is done. But this is what they call a bimetal blade. Okay, this will do wood as well as metal. You can see the variable excuse me, I got man cold. You can see the difference in the blades and the teeth of the blade. This is Diablo. I kind of like these. I still like the Milwaukee blades. I think I could only get the Diablo. This is a wood blade. It's an extra long blade. This is 6 and 12, 12 teeth per inch. So this is a very, I wouldn't say aggressive blade. I'd say middle aggressive blade. It is due to cut metal and wood. So if you're shoving this into a wall and you got to cut the nails off, this is a really good blade for that. This is another bimetal blade. I kind of like the bimetal blades. What that just means is you can cut wood and metal with them. This is a metal blade. This is actually a Milwaukee blade, but this has been, look at that. Look at that. It is beat. Okay. If you're bending the blades back here, you're doing some pretty bad stuff. A blade will break in two ways, or a blade will fail or bend in two separate ways. One is if you're pushing down and you have pinched the blade where this has no place to go. The tool is going to throw you backwards, and it's going to want to bend this blade. Okay, it's going to want to do that. Or two, if you hit the tip of this and say, as you're coming down in the wall, you can't see the tip, and it's coming in and it's hitting, because it's doing this, right? And it hits whatever's back there, okay, that you haven't cut through yet. This is going to want to do this, and if you're pushing on the back of the tool, where the tool doesn't move you back, okay, you're going to have a force that's going to move that. And that's what happened to this. I still use this blade because it's still sharp. And this is another Milwaukee Sawzall branded blade. I don't know if you can see that too well. Okay. And they're pretty stout blades. So, as you go out looking for a pretty good tool, remember the Sawzall by Milwaukee. If you're looking for a reciprocating saw, don't call it a Sawzall. Give the name where it belongs, to Milwaukee. It's a handy tool. Go out and check one out. You'll love it. Well, to my fellow mouth-breathing mammals out there, be kind, be gentle, be nice to one another. Watch out for evil. It's out there. We'll talk to you later. Thanks. Go check them out. Go buy some facial tissue.